Greeting, citizen. Oops, my microphone's all the way over there. Hold on. Alright, it's in place. Greetings, citizens. Justiguy has arrived, and this is the elevator game with Catgirl. Which is admittedly not the most scary sounding thing I have ever heard, but holy shit, this title screen is just ominous as fuck, you know? Like, I'm kind of be just as happy to just sit here and not go further. But then I wouldn't have a stream, would I? So, well, let's do it. Tally ho, as they say. Let's turn up the volume on my end. And, it's a cold... Oh, this is so fucking pretty. I turn up the audio. It's quiet? Oh, this is so fucking good. I already love this. It's a cold winter night. Just push this a little bit. It's a cold winter night. Snow started to fall a couple of hours ago. So the Try that again. It's a cold winter night. Snow started to fall a couple of hours ago, so the cityscape is littered with a layer of white fluff. It crunches under our feet as we walk down the street. Ta-da! We're here. What's that? I look up to inspect the tall building before us. I look up to inspect the tall building before us. I look up, I look up, I look up. I think I could use the volume to be a little lower, actually. Let's do that. Now that the music's actually a little louder now. How's this? Do I look mopey and scared enough? Like, I don't want to be here, Mom and Dad. Well, we're here, so tally ho. Oh. It's past midnight, so it would be expected that most people living here should be asleep by now. Naturally, that also explains why barely any of the windows show illumination coming from the inside. Considering what we're here for, well, it only adds to the creepiness of the situation. I've never been a fan of I've never been a fan of dark places. That didn't change even when I got my feline features. Whatever that means. What? Nani? You'd think that being able to see so much more clearly in the dark would make darkness less scary, wouldn't you? No! Why are you doing it? Trouble is, I hear so many more little sounds that I couldn't make out before, too. And since I'm not sure what all of them are, the dark's every bit as creepy as it was before. Maybe even more so. Doing a very good job setting the mood. Here we are. I added a word there, I apologize. So we are... Finally, a response! I thought you were starting to give me the silent treatment again. It's a fault of mine, and one I'm not too proud of. I tend to get lost in my own head sometimes. Well, quite often, really. Thankfully, Kyuden is used to it by now. I swear, Keenan, of all the buildings in the city, you just had to choose one, which seems super creepy. This has to be the sole residential building in the whole office district. Oh, but you know it couldn't have been any building. This one is perfect. Why do you keep doing this? And by perfect, you mean meeting the conditions and being less than 10 miles away from our homes? Or are you enjoying our walk in the snow together so much that you'd like to prowl around aimlessly for another hour? Because I don't know about you, but I'm really starting to feel the cold. Oh wait, no, you look into that actually. Was that your plan? For me to need you to warm me up afterwards? You could have said something, Asahi. I just stare at her, not really sure what to say. There's no winning with Kyuden when she gets all sly like this. As much as I hate to admit it, that it's one of the things I actually like about her. Okay, so are there 3 cat girls here, or are we Asahi? Why did I sign up for this again? Because you love me? Ah, yes, thank you for reminding me of that questionable fact. Say, do you get the feeling like someone is manipulating someone else for their advantage over here? See, you're looking at the screen, I can't tell. No, just me? Oh, come on, don't be like that. You know I'm happy you decided to come with me. I'll make it up to you, I promise. I stare at her for a moment longer before I sigh. I really can't win. Argue with her, not... I really can't argue with her, not when she's looking at me like that. I had a silent crush on this girl for the longest time and never expected to one day find out the attraction was mutual. The fact that we managed to actually get together still feels so unreal sometimes. If it weren't for the fact that the change affected her too, it would have never come to this. So like what, is becoming a cat girl like some kind of puberty or what? As much as I disliked it in the beginning, it made me feel like an outcast among my... Did I just do that? Did I just say outlast instead of outcast? Oh, I am sorry. Oh, fuck. That's bad. That's bad. That's a Freudian slip. If there ever was one. Shit, I'm sorry. Anyway. As much as I disliked it in the beginning, it made me feel like an outlet. Bad, Justi, bad. As much as I disliked it in the beginning, it made me feel like an outcast among my former peers after all. Our shared experience allowed me to be there for her when she needed it most. A memory I'm always going to cherish, of that I am sure. Well, that's sweet. I breathe warmly on my hands, rub them together, and then jam them deep in my pockets. Okay, so I gotta step back for a second, outside of myself here. I admit, as a, you know, I mean, it's in my bio and everything. As a VN dev, I saw the title. I saw the title, The Elevator Game with Catgirls, right? And this is just a demo, but and I was like, it's a psychological horror, it's got cool art. I don't want to say, saying this is, I guess so far this is very, very, very good. Like, I guess, yeah, it's way better than I was expecting, in part because I didn't really look at the Steam page, because I downloaded it like a bajillion demos over the past like couple days, so. But I don't know, like, I don't know what it says about visual novels that when I see a title like The Elevator Game with Catgirls, like, it is a catchy title in that, in the climate that we are in, of, you know, like, I'm really trying not to say the word meme or the phrase meme games, but it's like I could, obviously you can tell, like, just from a screenshot that a lot of love was put into this, but like, I don't know. Anyway, so far I'm very impressed, so let's just keep going. I'm gonna shut up. Like, I'm really enjoying it so far, and it's only been like a little bit. I breathe warmly on my hands, rub them together, and then jam them deep in my pockets. Not much, but hopefully it will help keep some feeling in my fingertips. I mean, let's turn the chessboard around for a minute. Would I have necessarily... I mean, I don't know. If I had seen the art, probably would have. And the Steam thingy does show the art. But, you know, the elevator game with Catgirls does grab you. And then as, you know, again, at the end, then I got to think about titles myself, you know, like... I don't know. Just totally unrelated thoughts, and I'm taking away from their game, which is rude of me, so I'll stop now. Not much, but hopefully it will keep some feeling in my fingertips. Enough to let me focus on things in the here and now, at least, rather than just on how cold it is. I also really like how like paint sketchy it kind of is. Like, this is a real... Oh, it blinks. Were they all blinking all the whole time? Like, oh, I really like that. I said it before, and I'll say it again. You get provoked way too easily. You're doing all of this because of the bet with Sapporo, aren't you? Oh, sure, that's one of the reasons. That's not the only one. I'm doing it because it's fun. Like, come on, girl. Fun? Eden, you've seen the forums. Not a single person out there ever said it was a good idea. Oh no, this is like Corpse Party again. Ah, it's a forum thing. Ah, yes, all those fairy tale stories. Quite tragic, really. Sorry, I was taking a little bit of a drink there. Come on, you're not about to tell me you honestly believe those. So you mean that you don't? Seriously, girl, we live in the real world. Spooky, scary skeletons don't just pop out of nowhere because someone decided to be an idiot and press a button a certain way. I can't believe you, of all people, are still saying that strange, unexplained things don't happen. I mean, you did look in the mirror this morning, right? This is this, and that is that. Wise words. So you don't believe this will actually work? Remind me why we're here again? We're here to prove a point. Namely, that Sapporo can suck it. My waifu, ladies and gentlemen. I honestly can't believe I let you drag me into this. Chill, Asahi. We suffer the cold for a while longer, nothing happens, and then Sapporo owes me 50 bucks. 50 bucks that will treat us to a nice dinner together. I suppose a dinner with you is a pretty good incentive. Aw. See, I knew you'd come around. That being said, wish me luck and all that jazz. I'll be right back. Okay, wait, what's happening? I don't like where this is going. I'm concerned immediately. Eden? What? I'm the one who should be getting cold feet here, not you. Just, I love you. Oh. Remember all the rules, right? Stay safe, okay? That's a charm. Be realistic about this. What's an elevator gonna do? Bite me? I mean, it could crash, you could run out of power, like... You could always get stuck. That's a realistic possibility, if anything. Mwah. I'm sure you'll figure it out if I do. I'll be sure to stay away from the building, since we'd be breaking those majestic rules otherwise. Right. See you in a bit. I stare as Keaton approaches. Ooh, sound effects. Very cool. I stare as Keaton approaches the building's entrance, presses one of the intercom buttons, and moments later pushes the door open. How does she convince people to trust her so quickly, to let her into the building like that? She's gone from my sight before I know it, a faint click as the door closes behind her. There's a feeling of unease pooling in my stomach. All of this being a bad idea, probably the worst we've had yet, just screams in my head. I'm going to give Sapporo a piece of my own mind once all of this is over. Not like I can really do much about it now, however. If I were to go after my girlfriend, saying I've subtly changed my mind, it would undoubtedly make her angry. Hell, we snuck out of our houses through the window without our parents knowing just to go through with all of this. If I had a problem with this whole crazy idea, I should have said something way earlier. Too late now. Oh, we got a phone! I wrap my fingers around my phone and pull it from my pocket. I always like seeing phone interfaces in visual novels. As I do, I see the screen shows 0013 AM. Or 12:13 for us America types. Oh, yuck. Or 13 past midnight, if you prefer. 2, December 10. Out of curiosity. No. What about... I'm just kind of curious, because if you look at the calendar it depends, like, if you... Spoilers. I don't think I actually... Okay, December 9th, 2019, Tuesday. The Tuesday in December was the most recent December 10th that was a Tuesday was in 2019. Like, sometimes you can just tell things. Or, I don't know. I think that kind of stuff is... I'm sorry. I'm being making weird comments. I'll stop. It took us around an hour to walk here, and while I dreaded us for even being here in the first place, I'm also not looking forward to walking all the way back, especially when it's bound to get colder as the night goes on. Perhaps we could use those $50 to get a ride home instead of a meal. Yeah, if only things only work that way. I mean, you don't have the $50 yet, do you? Nip, nat, hat. Oh, I guess we don't. You actually use the phone. Also fine, but with another sigh, I turn away and start to walk towards a small park located in the middle of this godforsaken district. I don't know why part of it is a playground. There can't be many kids here in the day, can there? But it is, and there's a slide as well as a pair of swings. I'll most likely freeze my ass off if I sit on one, though that would let me lift my feet off the ground for a bit. Cold, snowy ground. I decided to sit down on the nearest one. Ooh. Feel that change in atmosphere. Oof, I feel that, like, physically. Ooh, very nice. And just like that, the uneasy feeling of having entered a liminal space hits me, making the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. One's mind usually associates playgrounds with children, laughter, movement, and life in general. What they're designed for, after all. When you get to experience the total opposite of that, when you find yourself sitting in an empty, childless playground in the middle of the night, it doesn't feel right. Your mind associates it with something being off, something being wrong. Why are you here, Asahi? In a place you shouldn't be? Absent-mindedly, my gaze wanders. Something at the other side of the street catches my attention. It's a vending machine. I happen to have a bit of change with me, and the idea of getting something hot to drink is suddenly a very alluring temptation. It would undoubtedly make the waiting out in this cold less unpleasant. Please say it's a machine that has hot drinks as well as cold ones. Whoa, oh god, oh, this is upsetting. This sound is upsetting. With my mind made up, I get back to my feet, checking the time more out of habit than actual curiosity. Has it already been 10 minutes? Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Up, how do I? 3. Oh, it's been 1 minute. Never mind. 14 a.m. Only a minute's passed since Gideon disappeared into the building, and I'm both surprised and not really. The feeling of time passing slower than usual is normal when you obsessively wait for something. Even more so when said waiting is physically uncomfortable. Make my way towards the vending machine without a second thought. To my relief, its glowing buttons do indeed hold the promise of a hot drink. I decide to get cocoa. I'm usually more of a coffee person, but I'm in the mood for something sweet. My mind will most likely appreciate the sugar rush right now, too. It definitely doesn't have anything to do with the fact that this is Gideon's favorite drink. Actually, I've just quit. I have not had caffeine in ages, so, you know, that's kind of why I picked it, but whatevs. That does not look like a hot drink. Yeah, it's about time I acknowledge the fact that I've started to consume more sweet stuff because of her. My phone and mute it because the middle of this stream. Oh, my baby. Oh, look at her. Oh, look at her. Anyway, sorry, someone sent me a picture. Anyway, my dog. Oh, anyway. Anyway, yeah, it's about time I acknowledge the fact that I've started to consume more sweet stuff because of her. Oh. Even though she says I'm sweet enough as I am. It's only when there's a clunk of coins in the change slot that I realize the cocoa is a bit cheaper than the coffee, meaning that I'll be able to get a can for Gideon when she comes out, too. That's a nice surprise. Hell yeah, we made a good call, citizens! As I work on opening the bottle, I realize how warm and heavenly it feels in my hands. I wrap my hands around it, enjoying a few moments of bliss. The heat warms my fingers. I take a small sip, instantly happy with the taste. Being able to drink anything warm feels like a godsend right now. Satisfied, at least momentarily, I make my way back to the playground, intending to sit back at the spot I took up before. But there's someone there! Or not. I reach the swing and settle back down, as I glance up again at the building Gideon slipped into minutes ago. Whoa, it's all dark. My blood suddenly runs cold. Hey, Dental Faz, how are you doing? I can't move my arms. That's ominous, given the surgery I have coming up, but we'll assume I'm dabbing. How are you doing? Also, this is shit just got real. In this psychological horror. We're being psychologically horrored right now, as the kids say. A sense of sudden panic swarms my mind as I try to make sense of what I'm seeing. A building that's dead to the world, all pitch black, with none of its lights shining through the windows anymore. Whoa! Thank you for the resubscription. God, yeah, the surprised face. Well, briefly, so my arm's all been messed up since last year. Was gonna get fixed up in December. Then, you know, my kidneys were like, nah, fuck that. We're gonna like almost kill you. So then I had to deal with that. And now next month I'm gonna get my arm fixed up. So yeah, that's a very quick TLDR for that. And I'm great. I mean, I am glad to hear that you are great, rather. Oh, yeah. We can talk more about that in a bit. But yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Could all the residents have gone to sleep? A sense of sudden panic swarms in my mind as I try to make sense of what I'm seeing. A building dead to the world, all pitch black, with none of his lights shining through the windows anymore. All the residents have gone to sleep in the meantime? That's close to impossible, and I know it. A power outage, maybe? I quickly turn around and look at the other buildings around me. You don't even need to do that! The lights are on around the building, right in front of you! All of them seem the same as when we arrived, with a bright window still present here and there. Oh, this music is... Oh, God, it's good, but oh, yeah. But surely that can't be it. If the power was cut off, it would affect the whole street, wouldn't it? Or even several streets. I mean, not necessarily. It does depend on, like, grids and, you know, certain things. It could be a very freak circumstance, especially... This is supposedly, as I know I'm being reasonable when there's no reason to be, but you did say supposedly this is the only residential building on in this area, so hypothetically maybe just some freak chance all of the office buildings are on some separate thing. Maybe this residential building was built like a bajillion years. All right, I'm gonna stop making excuses for it. Her girlfriend's probably dead. Almost spilling my drink, I hastily reach for the phone in my pocket. Uh-oh, we went back in time. Also 6G, haha, yeah, right. Huh? Oh. I blink, then close my eyes shut for a moment, certain that something's wrong with my eyesight. The time couldn't have just gone backwards. What? What? A small sense of relief floods me as I quickly open my eyes again. It must have been a trick of the light before. Or perhaps there was a glitch in my phone's display? Perhaps there is something wrong with me. Remembering what made me reach for my phone in the first place, I raise my head to look at the building before me once more, only to see it in its previous state. The lights are back on, as if they were never gone to begin with. The unease in my stomach stays, though. I know what I saw. I'm pretty sure I couldn't have just imagined it. It's been 5 minutes since Keaton went into the building. Is that enough to ride through a bunch of floors? Would she be mad if I called her so soon? Dwelling on it suddenly feels stupid. I open up the calls app on my phone, and there's her name at the top of the history. She called me just a couple of hours ago to confirm our plans for tonight. Admittedly, her name is also there for the call before that, and the one before, and... Okay, I chat to her a lot, so one more call now can't hurt, right? I hit the redial button. Ooh. I should have expected the call wouldn't connect. If she's still inside of the elevator, there probably isn't any reception in there, is there? I mean, if you have 6G, I don't know about that. We're not just talking 5G, we're talking 6G. This is the cat girl future, people. She has 6G. Like, that's 6 more times as many G's as I have on my shitty old phone, which is a lot of G's. I'm pretty sure you can I get phone calls in an elevator on my shitty phone. Your phone could do it, I bet. Probably, I don't know. Going in after her, waiting for 5 minutes. Do I get a choice here, or? I stare at the building before me intently, afraid to avert my eyes anymore. It's like I'm hopeful my constant observation alone will make the lights stay. I'm scared of the situation repeating itself. Sometime later, I realized that I've spent so long just holding my can and fretting about Kirin that my drink has gone from a nice hot drink to, well, undrinkable. Some drinks are not meant to be just kind of warm, and this is one of them. That's true. At least it kept my hands from freezing, I guess. 10 minutes pass, I feel only more cold and helpless. Why can't Kirin just come out of the building now as if nothing had happened and laugh at me for worrying so much? I call her again for good measure. Surprisingly, the call does go through this time. I didn't expect there to be a voice at the other end of this visual novel phone call. I am... Oh. Wait. What? I didn't mean to do that. Oh no, I did bad. Ah. Come back, come back, come back. I'm not prepared for what I hear. A woman laughing at the other end. There's something about it that disturbs me to the very core. It's definitely not Kirin's voice. Or is it? All of a sudden, realization hits me. Sephiroth, the bet, everything. Now this, none of it could possibly be real. All of this has to be a prank arranged by my classmate. And whether Kirin's in on it. She wouldn't do this to me, would she? The image of her wickedly smiling, amused face persistently pops into my mind again. Confusion turns into anger. I don't think that's happening. Before I know it, I'm on my feet, already marching to the building, determination boiling inside of me. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. There's an obstacle before I can get in, though, as I obviously don't have a key to the entrance door. The kind of excuse would be plausible at this sort of hour. I stab at the button that I think Kirin pressed and then almost immediately regret it. What if I press the wrong button? What if I press the right one and sound stupid when the other person asks who's there? What if... To my surprise, there's a click from the intercom, and then a buzz as I'm let in without a single word being spoken. Huh. Well, Kirin didn't have to sweet-talk anyone. I try not to dwell on the unexpected invitation as I shrug it all off on luck. I don't know, it seems like something you should dwell on. I am very unnerved. As soon as the doors close behind me, it occurs to me just how dark the inside of the building is, which doesn't make sense because that was a window with light coming out of the door. I know it's the middle of the night, but I'm not sure whether such a complete lack of light is normal. It's not. People live here, after all. There should be some signs of life. Buildings usually have at least a few lights on inside, don't they? Especially ones you could see from the street, like a minute ago. It's unsettling, although it doesn't make me as nervous as it used to. I know that my vision is going to adjust to the darkness in a moment, letting me navigate the place easily. And there's going to be like bodies or something, right? I'm able to see a lot better in the dark compared to when I was still completely human, but it doesn't work instantly. Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, this is what I wanted. This is what I hoped for, in fact. Great! As I take first few hesitant steps into the building, the lights flicker on with a harsh buzz. A harsh buzz. Sorry, I'm mature. Of course, I'm being such an idiot. There are automatic lights in here. They come on when people move. Totally ordinary. It's just that I've never been in this building before. It stands to reason. It feels unusually creepy to me, right? Especially if I think about why I'm currently here. Ooh, alright, I'm getting the heebie-jeebies from this. All that considered, it feels longer for me to reach the end of the long hallway than it probably should. Dangerous time to let your mind wander into places nobody sane would want it wandering to. At least the building inside is noticeably warmer than the outdoors. Makes the whole situation slightly easier to bear. My hands and feet almost started to freeze off in the meantime. The next thing I know, I stand before the elevator door, rooted to the ground. With a sudden sensation, yuck, of someone watching me. Oh shit, it's timed! Abruptly, I turn around, more panic exploding inside of me as the automated light picks that exact moment to cut out. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh shit, oh fuck, oh no, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. My first instinct is to get out my phone, let it illuminate the sudden darkness of the corridor, and God knows what else is inhabiting it currently. Waifu? There's nothing. Nothing that I'm able to see, anyway. Now I'm looking behind me. I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. Nothing that I'm able to see, anyway. It's just the empty corridor, a row of closed doors along each side, seemingly the same as when I first entered it. There's nobody there. I don't feel any less on edge when I turn back in the other direction, bearing my back to all of that space again, pressing the elevator button as quickly as I can find it. Jesus. A distant sound of machinery starting up pierces the unnerving silence, followed by a hum which indicates that the elevator is in motion. It's clearly on a different floor, so I wait for it to descend. Taking a deep breath, I try to calm myself. It feels like an eternity for the thing to arrive. The doors finally slide apart with a slight scraping sound, and a small compartment finally opens before me. Completely empty. I'm not sure whether I should be surprised or not. A part of me hoped it wouldn't have to come to this, while another already expected for things to turn out this way. At this point, I decide to do the only sensible thing I can think of doing. Get into the elevator, ascend to the highest floor, and then make my way down the stairs. All in the hope of stumbling upon Kirin, possibly hiding from me on one of the floors. Oh, don't you fucking end there. If only things turned out that easy. Is it gonna end there? On this cliffhanger, this amazing cliffhanger? Don't you do that to me. Shit! Oh, that was so good. That was so good. Oh my god, that was so good. This demo this was a VN jam. This was so good. Oh, what'd I say? What'd I say? 2020. So, what'd I say? That was so good. That was so good. That was so good. That was so good. All right, I just want to go back and see if we can if the choices meant anything. That was so good. All right, let's see what happens when we get coffee. Nothing sounds better than a hot can of coffee right now. Not only will it help me survive the cold, it's also bound to give me an energy boost, one I can use for both the waiting and the upcoming inevitable journey all the way back home. Kuro coffee. Oh, I get it. Black coffee. It cost a little more than I expected, and I won't have enough to get a second can, so there goes the idea of treating Kirin to a nice warm drink for the walk home. Oh well, she'll survive, and it is her fault that we'll be walking back through the snow. The can feels warm and heavenly. I wrap my hands carefully. Yes, I'm always really careful. I open cans. Nail once memory that still makes me shudder. Alright, so this is different. I shiver, trying to fight down the sudden memory of Kirin torturously dragging her nails against the blackboard in my class, a wicked smile painting her lips as she makes. Although this is good for character, wish I could somehow control these unwanted thoughts sometimes. Alas, my brain likes to torture me instead. The smell of the beverage reaches my nose, grounding me in reality. I take a small sip, instantly feeling happy with the taste. Being able to drink anything warm feels like a godsend right now. Satisfied, at least momentarily, I make my way back up to the playground. It's in the distant back. And then it's gonna be dark. Yeah, okay. Skip. Wait. Alright, open up the calls. For this time we will... Hello? I'm not prepared for what I hear. Woman laughing. Okay, so that one didn't really matter, which is fine, you know? Press the elevator button. Hesitantly, I push more panic. My first instinct is to get out my phone, illuminate some dice corridor. There's nothing. Tried it before. Okay, so there wasn't really any much changes there, but that's fine. I imagine in a full game, those might be changes. So that was really, really, really good. Like, oh, I am so excited to see what a full version of this ends up being. Like, oh my god, like, just so much applause to this. Like, just, I say farewell to it, but only for now. So, again, to the Catgirl game here, farewell.